activity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Ka-ching! And Charlotte!
Nice to see you again,
Oh, we're not in
Not at all. I wasn't in the middle of an interview or anything.
a kite? Are you buying some regional
Well, yes.
It seems you haven't heard yet.
Oh, so that's why Paimon has seen so many floating in the sky.
Liyue Harbor is always changing, so it is only fitting that Lantern Rite should... The Qixing believes it would benefit Liyue to build on our own cultural foundation by embracing the technologies of other nations. After all, it is said that the stones of another mountain may serve... So, Ningguang organized a private meeting with Miss Charlotte to ask for her help in In the end, we decided to combine Liyue's traditional art...
Mechanical lifting? But don't kites just use the wind to fly?
Well, you've actually just... How high and far a kite can fly depends as much on the weather conditions as on the...
But as soon as there's no wind, you can only flail about helplessly like a sweet flower medaka out of water.
Exactly. Liyue is now a nation ruled by humans after all. Plus, the easier we can make it to enjoy, the more people will want to...
Right? I also thought it was a novel idea.
With Miss Charlotte's help, everything has gone smoothly. Our new mechanical kites are already available to purchase. We also gave quite a bit of thought to the price.
Cool! Turns out you two and
Toys?
You see, Miss Kuching, that does seem...
Although kites are one of our most time-honored cultural relics, outside of... But to me, there's some... Think for a second about how remarkable it is that a flimsy paper kite attached to a string has the capacity to touch the sky. There's an old poem that goes, "O kite born of paper, flying true in sound, a lone traveler wanders, just awaiting." In the past, poets from Liyue used kites to symbolize a feeling of longing. If the people of today can derive enjoyment from this activity, they will not only be more likely to better...
That's the Kuching we know, always thinking 5 steps ahead of anyone else.
Well said, Miss Kuching. I've learned quite a bit myself.
As long as you're willing to listen, I'm happy to share. I also know quite a lot about the... For example, whenever a kite blew away, people would say it was the Adepti that summoned the wind to take it away as an offering. That way, you can turn an unfortunate event into an auspicious one.
What about something
More fun. Let me think. Oh, I suppose we should first talk about how... My grandfather told me that, back when he was a boy, children learned the art of kite making First, you use the thin strips of bamboo to construct the frame. Then, you draw a design of your choice on a piece of paper, paste it onto the frame, and tie on the string. Then, you look towards the sky. Some people write down certain names or desires on their kites, cut the string, and let them fly free. Others may place particular thoughts or meaning into the design itself.
Are certain designs associated with certain meanings?
Well, for example, kites in the shape of a...
Fascinating. What else can you...
The scissored-tailed swallow is the most classic design. It symbolizes good fortune and joyful tidings. Different colors also have small variations in meaning.
Are these commonly understood meanings and symbols in Liyue? Kind of like the language of flowers in Fontaine.
I believe so. If you're interested, Miss Charlotte, I have several books on the topic that
That would be a huge help! Great! Looks like I've got the outline for quite the article on my hands.
Perfect! We're gonna take a look around.
Then I'll show Miss Charlotte to my home for a little while. I almost forgot. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is hosting a kite flying contest on the night of... If you're interested, you're more than welcome to bring a kite and participate. The rules are simple. Whoever flies their kite the highest and furthest within the...
I've already prepared more than enough empty film for the event. I can see the spectacle already.
Oh, Paimon was on board the moment you said secret prize.
Then I'll look forward to...
You bet! See you... Wait, Traveler? Take a peek to your right. Do you see those two? Is it just Paimon? Or were they staring at us the whole time we were talking to Kuching and Charlotte? Huh, something's up. Paimon, do you think they could be treasure hoarders? They always seem to be stirring up trouble during Lantern Rite. Oh, Paimon's sick of waiting around for something bad to happen. We should strike first, you know. Foil their plans before they even begin. You go right, Paimon will go left.
Please take a seat.
Oh, it is with such an air of urgency that you appear before us. Your comportment suggests...
Whoa, where did this buddy? You should be the one doing the enlightening. Don't think we didn't notice you eavesdropping. One look and we could tell you were up to no good. Tell us everything!
One bears no secrets before two such as yourselves. You stand in the presence of the mighty and illuminated Adeptus, Moon Carver. For the purpose of this foray into the mortal realm, however, you may address one.
You kidding? That deer's got his head stuck so far up in the clouds, there's no way he'd humble himself down here with the rest of us.
You may want to hold your tongue, Paimon.
Don't think that Paimon is gonna believe you just because you know her name. Let Paimon guess. You're supposed to be Mountain Shaper, right?
Indeed. Mooncarver and myself have descended upon the mortal realm for a visit.
Huh. Looks like you did your research. But in our experience, the harder you try to lead us on, we'll go straight to the Millilith and have you arrested for impersonating a death guy.
Preposterous! Utterly preposterous!
Right. Tell us something that only an Adeptus would know. And it better not be some common knowledge that any person on the street could...
You may recall that in order to preserve the tranquility of one's mountain, one planted karst crawlers around Mount Hulao. In fact, the seeds are one of Streetward Rambler's cultivars. Among all the Adepti, her horticultural skill is preeminent. The plant neither wilts nor withers, and its practical use is undeniable. Yet it does require quite... Thus, one had no choice but to foray into town to...
On your way, you were accosted by a group of youths, and without revealing your true form, were unable to extricate...
How did you come in...
The young lass, Yao Yao, keeps no secrets from Cloud...
Alas, one can only let bygone...
That might have been more detail than we needed. But, for beings as forgiving as yourselves, this is just water and...
You indeed have an agile mind. Cloud Retainer was not mistaken in her high estimation of you.
Still curious about... Paimon can understand why Mountain Shaper is here, but why did you decide to come to the city, Mooncarver?
It is but an... Long have the mountains remained strangely idle. With Lantern right near at hand, one would expect Cloud Retainer to provide us with an account of the
Cloud Retainer is hardly the forgetful sort.
One must never rest idle in the face of that which demands action. And since our acquaintances dwell in Liyue Harbor, we had to travel here in human form to avail ourselves of their aid, Cloud Retainers in this case.
But a moment ago, one heard you speak of a mechanical kite of sorts. It appears the essence of the situation.
Huh. So...
Perhaps there are aspects of Cloud Retainer's temperament that remain opaque to young Paimon.
Cloud Retainer is of a proud and arrogant disposition. She holds the belief that her skill in mechanics surpasses.
One surmises that she has shut herself away, refused all company. And however, if you do happen to cross paths with her over the next...
Sure! Have a safe trip back, enjoy the scenery, and happy lantern run.
Thank you for your kind words. We shall now depart.
We got all worked up for nothing, huh? All that well, it's still pretty early. Let's head over and check out. Paimon wants to see what kinds of kites we can buy.
Welcome. Are the two of you looking to buy?
Ooh! A scissor-tailed swallow! And a butterfly! And... oh!
Ah, this jade chamber design is our newest. It's been...
Does it also have a unique...
Of course. The jade chamber symbolizes wealth and...
Oh, now that's Paimon's...
I apologize for the interruption, but are all your
Yes, they're just over there. The paper...
Wonderful! I'll pack them up and get...
Yilong Wharf? Oh, wonder what...
Well, if the two of you are interested in going to Yilong Wharf, then could I trouble you to find Gaming and deliver these...
Is Gaming the guard...
Yes! The communications office handles shipments and transports around the problem is, many of my colleagues have taken leave during Lantern Rite to spend... If you were willing to help out, then I could get a...
You do seem really pressed for time.
Of course. Now, at this time of day, Gaming should be somewhere in the vicinity.
Be sure to come back if you'd like to buy a kite. I'll even give you a discount.
Wait, I thought we had an agreement. Loser buys dim sum tomorrow? Look at you. Hey now, don't be upset. How about this?
No way, Gaming. You're always... I'm not trying to be a sore loser. I just didn't expect...
That was nothing. All in a day's work, friend.
Perfect. Gaming is here. Sorry to interrupt, Gaming. We just spoke to a guy from the communications office who...
Oh, that must have been Longzhou.
Sure. Let's have a rematch when you get back.
Alrighty, you can hand the goods over to me. Must have been heavy hauling them all this way. Let me take them off your hands.
It wasn't that bad. It's just some kite-making material.
Kite-making materials. I see. I'm glad it wasn't too much trouble, Paimon. Ah, and you must be the traveler. It's nice to meet you.
Huh?
There probably aren't many in Liyue who don't. Oh, and please excuse Longzhou if he forgot to thank you. Take my thanks in his... He's a good guy. He's just been super busy lately, running around from place to place. Don't be too hard on him, yeah? So, you here for Lantern Rite?
Yep. It's always so lively this time of year. We were actually...
Perfect! We'll go... I'm good with directions, so just follow me. Trust me, I know my way around. Oh, and there are a couple of good places to eat. The ingredients are fresh, the portions are generous.
Order anything? Hey, did you really have to call Paimon out like that?
Don't worry, I understand. Do you need to pack anything up before we hit the road?
Nope, our things are always packed.
Oh, that's right. Then let's get going.
The world remains constant over the centuries. But
you're back. Jeez, guys, where'd you go? One moment you were there, the next you disappeared. You scared the life out of me.
We're so sorry. We were just,
Fair enough. Well,
got it. Let's keep going.
ooh, the docks are just a bit further. One step at a time. Hang in there. Wait, get behind me.
Another test subject.
I'll handle this.
Suffocate. Fry.
Think you can get away?
Congratulations! Ta! Ta!
I got careless.
Illusion shattered!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Jab and cross.
How rude! Let's play! Time for takeoff.
Alley-oop! Ta!
Picked the wrong test subject. Finally. Done.
Seems like we really can't go.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for deliveries to get intercepted. That's why this job
Paimon was impressed by your moveset.
Oh, have you ever heard of wushu dancing? Really? Wushu dance performers might be invited to promote the opening of a business or to spread, but I must admit, it has nothing. I'm also well aware that people in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? You have two jobs?
It's not that tiring.
Paimon gets it.
Not really. Just yesterday.
Oh.
Let's go. The docks are just up.
Finally, we can rest. Ooh, Paimon's shoulders are.
Sorry. Did I push the pace a bit too much? I mean, you were.
Liyue is just too hilly. Floating up and down so much. Where's Paimon out?
Aw. Would you like some winter melon cake?
Yes, Paimon will take.
You might want to pace yourself there, or you'll be too full to eat a proper meal later.
Paimon never gets too full. Just like you apparently never get tired, no matter how.
Ah, I see. Then here you go, Paimon. And for you, traveler. Enjoy. And here's some for you too, Uncle Bosu. Don't think I forgot about you, my
That hit the spot. Paimon.
That close of a call, huh? I've been eating winter melon cake ever since I was a kid. You can buy them from all sorts of places, whether it's a small vendor on the side of the road or a big restaurant in the city. But each place produces. If you like these ones, I can give you the address of the shop I bought them from. I'll just have to check when we get back. Oh, all my jabbering must be making it difficult for you to enjoy the scenery in peace, huh? Don't be afraid to tell me to zip it for a little while, okay? Really, I won't be offended.
It's okay. Paimon is kind of enjoying listening.
Aw, a fed Paimon is a happy Paimon, huh?
Hey, Paimon could be in a good mood anytime.
Need some fresh bamboo for this.
Woohoo!
Don't forget your things, and watch your step as you get off the raft, or you're in for a swim. Thanks for the ride, Uncle Bosu. You take care of yourself now. I'll see you some other time. Okay, follow me. This way is fastest. We'll have to take the elevator up to the secure transport agency. Hey! Slow down. I'm begging ya.
What is it? No one's gonna try any funny business when...
Oh, well...
Come on, spit...
Do you see that group of people over there? Those are my relatives.
Wow. You sure have a big family.
Once they start buying things, they won't stop perusing till it gets dark.
They're your family, not your arch...
No, it's not that. I'm just... Not that... It would be best if we could steer clear of them. I'll explain more when we have the chance, but... Right now, we've got a job to do.
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Dear guests, is there any work that you need done?
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
She's gone. Let's go.
Turn left. Run! To the right and... Wow, you guys are good. I'm impressed.
That was nothing. It was a piece of cake.
You really liked it, huh? Ooh, you know what? I'll buy you all.
As long as you don't wind up drip...
Hey, Uncle Drugoi. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me, so I get...
Yes, I should thank you both for your trouble as well.
No need. We'll be off...
Hey, we're already here, aren't we? No harm in taking a load off for a bit. Plus, I know this. Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jergway. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all this trouble? Leave this to me. I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweet.
Aw, you noticed what
How long have you two known Gaming?
Oh, not long at all. We just kind of tagged along on his trip to Yulong Wharf. He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends. You know, just like that.
That's just a while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine. That young man has such a good head on his shoulders. How can anyone not love him? I mean, there is his...
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle Jergway? Should I go ahead and deliver it instead?
It feels like we've troubled you enough already.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Rite. Oh, by the way, here, have some tea.
All right, then. Deliver it if you want to.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Shinya Kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Whoa, that's...
Don't mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me and my family.
Sounds good! Paimon never says no to free food.
Alright, then I'm off. See you in 2 days. Oh.
Is he underestimating Paimon? She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat. Anyway, is Gaming's family situation really that complicated? He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic...
Since he already plans to tell you himself, you seem to be around the same age, so you might... Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
If you have the time, maybe you could... I can say, we provide aid in spades.
Well, I can
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if you're good...
Would you like some more tea?
No, thanks. We came all this way and we should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in
All right, then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea.
What are you doing here?
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence. Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect...
Ugh, starting on the... Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here? And what's with that huge box next to you?
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology. Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment?
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and... Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you. They even asked us to pass along their regards if we ran into you. Xianyun?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone. A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one
Huh? Wait here? You really just... Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants. Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this Paimon just... come back soon, okay?
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly.
Now, that sounds promising. 2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special lantern rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10.
20% off 4 boxes. Then 4.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you. Look at the magnificent design, and the red ribbon gives quite the
10 boxes. Seems rather...
10! A nice round number, don't you think? Of course you do.
That is agreeable. One will...
Of course, right away.
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle. I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and...
Perhaps you could enlighten me then.
Well, that is, of course.
There is...
mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model.
Ah, of course. The instruction manual is...
I can do without. Thank you. Many watchful eyes surround this place. There is no harm in bringing it back to study and see.
Oh, Xianyun, did you
Naturally, one may not delight in social And you two? Are you not here?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any...
You are also planning to participate in the kite... One means to say... One has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise. And indeed, there was little one could... One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests. And thus, one will be...
Oh, who...
Chuyu Shet...
Wow, that's quite... Also, this is all pretty well, Xianyun, but it's not like you have to make your own...
Ha! You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device. The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend... Never mind. It is unlikely...
It sure seems like you...
So, will you be...
Huh? Wait, you've been trying...
All right then. No need to prepare the material. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that...
Surely you jest.
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
One calls it the floating toting.
Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident. But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those... Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just... And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came... Paimon? What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bet she just can't... Totally. We should probably... After all, that is the...
Great discounts on local goods.
Paimon has never had.
Wouldn't gliding be fast? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
Wow, so much delicious food. Do you really eat?
Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon does.
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but what about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking?
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and. So full. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family.
Are you confusing me with Xing?
Huh? You know Xingqiu?
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. So more often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out.
Oh, you truly are a man of.
Okay, enough with the teasing.
What?
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff. My dad... He always wanted me to inherit the family business, but that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever...
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interest in...
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tibet. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but one day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but in the end, I was so angry that I... don't get on my case just yet, okay? No, I know that it wasn't, but my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for them.
Coming.
But I'm sure you both already know. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So I found a job as still. Change.
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Her teeth.
Actually, we told Xianyun that we would go to her kite.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Do you not?
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried. She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't.
Is that?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. What?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite.
Great! The more the merrier! Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we... A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe?
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu?
I'm fine.
Huh. Was it that?
Chilly, huh? Master always says, Paimon doesn't think...
Was I asleep? Must have been...
Did you not sleep last night? Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me. We get off...
I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me?
Gaming. The name people tell me you're an
well, you know me.
My name is Ganyu.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's...
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before.
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flag plus. It's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself. Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to kite.
Wow, you really thought...
As for myself,
I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite, but Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop. So my motivation for being here might be a little
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Shen Yun?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill...
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone.
Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others...
Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem...
No, it's not that. It's just... It would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a swan! True, but I still want...
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're real...
I see.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch, with no discernible still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just... Anyway, we should perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished product.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friends. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold. When giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing things.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing. Is your kite finished?
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not... If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate. Now, what expression should we give her? Ooh, like this? Ooh, the title of Now that we've decided, let's make it happen! It's done! Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right. Gather around, everyone.
Oh! Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! Yep. If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image! If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you don't?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the color. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us.
Oh! Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it.
Exactly. So
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow.
You are most filial, Shenhe.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more...
The eyes and ears glow in the dark. So you're sure this here golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud.
What about your kite, traveler?
It's self-important count.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of Oh. Oh, and to do so by making you... One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer! Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud...
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person...
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
This
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among...
Calm yourself.
One believes it drifted in the Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels...
Your concern, Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciple. On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you...
One presumes that this kite belongs to...
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no say something, Mountain Shaper. Sure.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what a...
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so when it...
I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all...
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast. Mooncarver? Mountain Sheeper?
You!
Okay, now, Paimon's...
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises.
Then you are not...
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware...
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves.
One has guests to attend to. We will... Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? All this flying from...
They're back.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something.
Oh? What?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. He looked quite dejected.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kite.
A reflection. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of...
Shenhe?
If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection...
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their...
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others...
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding...
Tolerance and understanding?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on...
One was merely doing a bit of night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone.
Hey! Paimon's hungry too! It's not like the dim sum and grilled fish could keep her full the whole...
Shenhe, Ganyu.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to... If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Life goes on.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
This is...
Oh, I can feel the wind. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Huh? She asked them just like that.
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined!
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one... What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has...
The color black doesn't get dirty easily.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased.
Seems like your supreme cuisine is... This golden crab's particularly good. The shell... It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know it...
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop. And he spent the whole afternoon look... Oh, well.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high... He appears to be a young man of much merit.
It appears that he wishes to break free from...
Kite string? Huh. What strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from...
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you...
One has only heard that...
He ran away from home.
Oh?
Ran away, you say?
Oh, okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Right fast approaches. As one was contacting various tailors, he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fun. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Monogius... However, when one asked Monogius's opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. And later... one means to say that it is a time to address problems fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any...
Do you have any ideas?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No.
Is there anything I can...
Combining our effort... Aha! How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Oh,
One's design. Now then, I counsel